Hi guys. Today there was a first night with frost, but it's nice sunny day today. Except one of my geese, young gosling, like about 5 kilos of weight, has been drawn in the inside container, and other geese pecked him. Okay, but it happens. Okay, today I'm going to talk about categories of land in Russia. Yesterday I found really interesting channel on YouTube. Australian guy named Scotty. He has been living in Russia for 5 years. And what caught my attention is that he said his land is 1.3 hectares, but he built a house. And I asked him some questions, and he said that he did registration. He did registration there. This really. Oh, they're going to fly away. Look. Look, that was very interesting for me, because the size is too large for. I will guys. I will put in comments like my own little glossary. It's like I wrote down on my other phone. So it's in Russian, yeah. So you can copy and paste it and find it on Google or in some legal documents, yeah, and translate it using artificial intelligence. Yeah, but I will try to translate it in English. Yeah, I'm not sure if translation is okay. Okay, registration. First, I want to talk about registration. I think it's very specific Russian thing. It's also called propiska in Russian. It's where a citizen must be registered. Like he lives there all the time, and he must be registered. And when we talking not about flat and city, and we're talking about land, not so much land is suitable for that. So is this? It's here. Yeah, I will put it on comments. So ИЖС, индивидуальная жилая застройка. In English it would be individual residential development. You can do registration there, or you can do it on Приусадебный ЛПХ. In English it would be something like personal subsidiary plot or home plot for personal subsidiary farming. It's in simple words, it's land. Just 1 second. Which is land or house in village, but don't call village like any group of like land, lots and houses. It's a village is a village in Russia, okay? So basically it's it's only two types of land here. Yeah, and what's interesting, Scotty said that it's dacha. Dacha is also very unique thing to Russia. I've been to many countries, but I never seen it anywhere else, like except Russia, Ukraine, Moldova, you know, like former Soviet Union countries. It's basically countryside house where people don't live all the time, but they go there on weekend or in summertime or something like that. Yeah, Scotty said it's dacha. Dacha is outdated term. You can still see it on statement, yeah, but officially we don't have it already. It's gone. So now dacha means СНТ. Садоводческое некоммерческое товарищество. Объединение владельцев. In English it would be garden non-commercial partnership or garden allotment society. Look, even Russian people don't. Even Russian people who live in Russia or Russian people mistake it with land category. They say I bought SNT. Or what category of land you have? They say I have SNT or someone has SNT. It's not a category. It's something like a body corporate. Each piece of land has a category is it's still agricultural land, but located in residential area. Okay, located in residential area, and as I told you in the previous videos, there is land category and there is allowed uses of land. So as allowed use of that land, it says new statements. They say gardening. So each owner has land for gardening, and SNT is a body corporate to rule like like something government doesn't have to do there. So like cleaning roads, you know, just stuff like that, or security gate, like what usually body corporates do. Okay. Yeah. And what's interesting, look, gardening land is they're very small. They're very small. They're I think maximum size is 50 like 1,500 square meters. Yeah, but yeah. So I was very surprised when Scotty said he has 1.3 hectares, and also he said he changed the title So because he needed registration, and he said it's residential. So okay, I'll go to my glossary again. So it's IЖС, индивидуальная жилая застройка. In English, individual residential development. What's interesting is that the lot size, maximum lot size, is 2,000, 3,000 meters. But it depends on the region. There is also like threshold, like of minimum and maximum size. Minimum and maximum size. And yeah, so to me, these two things, they don't match. The land size and the category plus allowed uses of land. Like the main two things in the statement. Look, it's really funny because I spoke with some other Aussies who live in Russia, and I also asked them about their land, and they said it's dacha. Like they also didn't provide like that information to me about category and allowed uses, but I understand, like people don't have to do this, especially they're foreigners here. They may afraid, they may afraid that there are scammers and it's sensitive information, but I don't insist at all. It just like my information, like my opinion. I'm just telling you what I know. This information is not sensitive at all. So if you know like approximate location of someone's land, you go to a public cadastral map and just click there, and you will see cadastral number. You will not see the name, but you will see cadastral number and category and all like the restrictions and allowed uses of land. Just it's anybody can see. So maybe Scotty will provide me just category and allowed uses without his name or cadastral number, like, because I'm very curious about that. I'm very curious about that situation. These two things which don't match, the size and the allowed uses. To me, it's not really possible because one excludes another one. But I may be wrong. I may be wrong because I saw exceptions. How it happens, I don't know. Maybe because of corruption, maybe because of mistakes, or maybe because it was some, we have in Russia we have principle to not fragment land if where it's possible. I'll give you example. Maybe 4 years ago I was looking for land, and I found a piece of land. I'll go to my glossary again. It's called Полевой ЛПХ. In English it would be field plot of a private subsidiary farm. So we have two different types of LPH. One is they both have agricultural land as a category. But I know it's complicated. They both have agricultural land as a category, but one is located in residential area. Other one like Приусадебный is located in village, so it's village land. This is how officially village people who live in the village, what they have. It's Приусадебный ЛПХ. Another one, Полевой ЛПХ, like field plot of subsidiary farm. I'm not sure if the translation is correct. It's just my interpretation, not my, but artificial intelligence. But I hope you will get the main idea. Okay. So, field plot of subsidiary farm is located outside the village, also on agricultural land, and it has larger size. You can't build anything there. Actually, like it's really bad. You can't do anything. You can use it as a pasture or garden beds, like something like this. But you can't build anything there. There is one good big advantage of that kind of LPH is that you can sell your farming products without it's not registration, but you don't pay taxes and you don't register. Like if you register as a farmer, you have to do a lot of paperwork and pay a lot of taxes and other things. If you sell as a LPH, you don't need. But doesn't matter. It's a little bit different topic. But I was looking 4 years ago. I was looking for such land. It was Полевой ЛПХ. Field plot subsidiary farm. And the size was almost 6 hectares, which is absolutely against the law and rules, because I think the maximum size here in the region is I think 1.5 hectares, something like that. I don't know how it happens. Also, I found on Google information that IЖS, like individual residential development, can be like really big, like up to 300 hectares or something, or 30 hectares, something like that. But it's only in Moscow region and works as exception. But exception is it is an exception and very complicated. It involves public hearing and all the politicians and all the they have like committee and like government of the state comes and then and then they decide. So it's possible as an exception, this is why I'm so curious. Is like the land Scotty has is an exception, or maybe I'm wrong, or he made a mistake. I'm just curious about that. Because as you know, I started to make a content for foreigners who want to move to Russia and do farming. I want to help people to avoid mistakes in general. So I tell people information I know. I may be wrong, because I look, guys, I told you Russian law is really complicated, and like sometimes you see the same situation, yeah, the same situation, the same law, but one person goes to court, yeah, and wins. Other person goes to court and loses. But the situation are very similar. I mentioned in the previous video that Russian law system is not relied on law only. When you go to court, judge's decision depends on his or her, usually it's her, inner beliefs. If a judge, sees the whole context, all the circumstances, and if she believes to you or not, and then makes decision. So it's about law, but not about law only, because the context is important. Some things you provide as evidence can affect judge decision, but officially they can't be evidence, but it adds some trust to you. Just guys, be careful. Be careful before you buy land, and think about how you're going to use this. Before I forgot, last thing I want to mention. So look, a little catch up. So if you have land on SNT, which is garden non-commercial partnership, cattle there is not allowed, birds there not allowed, farm animals not allowed. The same is for ИЖС, индивидуальная жилая застройка. In English, it would be individual residential development. You can't have farm animals there at all. So house is allowed, but animals not allowed. It's the same, not the same, but the principle works in similar way. In Russia, in Australia, principle of zoning. So zoning divides uses of land. So if you buy land or house in SNT, people know that animals not allowed there. And this is simply because they don't want animals. But at least if people know the law. The same with ИЖС. Animals not allowed there. Приусадебный ЛПХ, it's land in village, is one of the best options because electricity is cheap, tax is cheap, land size is small, but you can build a house, you can do registration, you can have animals. Now they are preparing law, so the number of animals is restricted, and there are some other restrictions, but I think it's better than land like I'm talking about today. The land I listed today. As I said, I will put my little glossary in description or comment section, so you'll be able to read this and Google. Okay, guys. Now I gotta go. Have a good day. God bless you. Bye bye.